So you tell me, right? How many international capital cities do you know where you can basically cycle all the way around the outskirts of the city on gravel, all the way out of the city through incredible forests for hundreds of kilometres on ancient medieval paths, literally passing very few people to the point where you're going to be completely on your own? I cannot believe I've never made this video before. And what I'm about to show you is the most incredible way to start a bikepacking trip in Norway. Fly into Oslo and hit the gravel straight off the tarmac. Have you seen Lucy? Lucy, where are you? People are worried. So last time we met, I just picked up the beautiful Farah all-road bike, but after reviewing this route, I decided the Farah gravel was more suited with 45mm tyres. No trains, planes or automobiles, just a bike, and we are not chasing smooth tarmac. Day 1, 120 kilometres, 80% gravel, straight out of Oslo city centre. Day 2, we're going to head somewhere I should have taken you a long time ago, Telemark. It's a county in southern central Norway with around 170,000 inhabitants. Now bear in mind, it's half the size of Belgium, which has a population of 12 million. So what does that mean? Quiet roads, endless lakes, dense forests and rugged mountains. Hardly any tourists because everyone is too busy flocking to the fjords. Dalen will be our most western point before we loop back towards the east. From there we'll ride along the historic Telemark Canal. More about that in the next video. And we'll finish in the industrial town of Porsgrunn, where you can basically roll your bike straight onto a regional train back to Oslo. No booking needed, no fuss. In total 450 kilometres, 4 days, settled, very nice weather. What more could I ask for? This is going to be one hell of a ride. Now the usual way heading west out of Oslo is the boring patched together cycle route through the urban sprawl. Usually I just take the train, but not this time. This gravel route around the city is called Ankerveien, and it was built around 1790, but before that there was a path that dates back to the Viking period. This is what it looked like in 1862, and this is today, a little less industrial. It's used by runners, cyclists and dog walkers, but only as a recreational road, not as a gravel highway out of the city. No trucks, no buses, no people, no junctions, no traffic lights, no urban sprawl, just a beautiful forest, road, birds singing. What more could you ask for? And we're still in Oslo. Oslo is just there. After around 15 kilometres we say goodbye to Ankerveien and we enter the real forest. It's pretty crazy to be this close to Norway's capital and yet be completely on your own. Well, we've reached Vestmarka, currently on pave, but we're just about to hit the tarmac, hit the gravel, sorry. Photo time. Photo time. Vestmarka is one of the least visited forests that surround Oslo. So this is the road that very, very few people know about or use. Right. No cars, great gravel, pine forest, Nordic, some lakes. Can't really complain. No one at all here. I mean, just look at this. Amazing, amazing. As we come out of Vestmarka, there is an open area with a small village to refuel in, but it's not long before you see the next great gravel forest approach. Vestmarka is a little bit wilder, rockier. It's a sign that you're leaving the populated areas behind. Now, every forest might look the same, but each one you go through has its own unique characteristics, its own unique feel. But they all have one thing in common: up, down, up, down. There is no flat roads. It is a constant climb and descending through this incredible terrain. I don't know how many places I've passed where just like the most perfect camping spots you can imagine. I mean, I've probably passed about 6 so far. I mean, look at this one, like nice, flat, soft grass area, lake view, forest, right next to the road, zero traffic because there's barriers on either side, so no cars come down here. So I didn't leave Oslo until 5 p.m. and it's getting late now. I'm constantly being chasing the clock all day, and I've got to go through this forest you see in front of me. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the terrain is going to be like. It's 30 k's through there. It's the unknown. And it looks like I'm going to have to camp in the forest, which my plan was to camp at this cabin. It looked like a lumberjack or a hunting cabin, which is about 35 k's away, but I don't think I'm going to get there tonight. It's going to be pitch black way before I even get close to it. So the final forest section of the evening is nothing like the first two. The road really starts to deteriorate. It gets really bad in places, and I'm so glad that I've got 45mm tyres and I've taken the Faro gravel bike. So, change of plan. I've decided I'm not going to camp in the forest. I'm going to get down to the valley. We're at 500 metres above sea level right now, and it's pretty damn cold. But not only that, is that the forest, it is an enchanting place, but at night time, I'm not camping here, forget that. No way. Not with a boogeyman around. Hi. So 120 k's today. Finished at 11:30 at night, and we found this little place. Sleeping arrangements there, bike here, can't complain. 165 kilometres of epicness through Telemark tomorrow. So good morning. It's day 2 of my little epic trip around Telemark area of Norway. Telemark? What's Telemark? Oh, you should know. You should know. It's like the least known incredible area of Norway. And I forgot to mention, if you want to know like how I find places like this, well, it's very easy actually. I just go onto cyclenorway.com, then I go to the wild camping section, and then on the wild camping section there's basically an area about shelters, and there's lots of links to where you can find shelters and information about them here in Norway, etc, etc. It's all on cyclenorway.com. Thank God for that website, because if not, I would have slept in the middle of the forest last night with the boogeyman. It's day 2 and we've reached the boundaries of Telemark, and today we're going to cycle right across the county on as much gravel as we can find. Morning. What makes Telemark special for gravel riders is the mix. Wide forest roads, old industrial tracks, sleepy farm lanes, all stitched through a dramatic and largely untamed landscape. It's raw, rugged and still rough around the edges. But that's part of the charm. You're not just riding for a place here, you're tracing the scars and stories of a county that once put production above all else. Today, the roads are quiet, the views are big, and the riding is some of the best you'll find in southern Norway, if you're willing to work for it. Trust me, you've really got to do your research to hit the right roads here. So this is Telemark. Quintessential Telemark. Pine forests, excellent gravel roads, mountains in the distance, more pine forest everywhere. Now there are very few shops around here and mobile phone reception can be sketchy in places, but I get a message off my father telling me that he's been listening to the re-release of Dire Straits' classic Brothers in Arms. I thought to myself, okay, that's a bit random. But then 10 minutes later, I'm outside a shop with a radio blasting away. There is a word that describes a moment like this. you'll find that the industrial past in Telemark has been kind of captured in these purposely built open air museums where you can go in and read about the history, etc. This is an old granary here, and then further down the road you've got the views of all views. This is probably the most famous view in Telemark. Always worth a stop and a quick photo. It's not a hidden gem, it's the forgotten gem. And then you've got the incredible historic hotels and cafes. This one, Nutheim, is one of the most famous for obvious reasons. Always stop here, have a cold drink before you crack on to this place. Probably the oldest road in Telemark. This road is about 300 years old. I don't think anybody's been down here for about 200 years. It's quite crazy that a day and a half ago you're leaving by bike an international city and now you're here. I mean, there's just no one. It's pure silence and you're just swamped with the beauty of nature. This is so remote. So quiet as well. Here we go, gravel paradise. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to the gravel as we head to Dalen, the most western point of the journey. Now it's a complete drop off the mountain down into the valley to Dalen. We fly through the town because I have no interest in staying there and get back onto the gravel. And yes, this is the first tunnel of the whole journey so far. Easy peasy. It had been a long day, 175 kilometres in total. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to cycle that far. But I had to reach this place because it's probably the greatest budget cycling accommodation on the planet.